Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hope you will be fine. And I'm again with you uh, with the topic written communication. I told you earlier that communication has two types, verbal and non-verbal. Verbal means the use of words, in which we have oral and written type. And today we will discuss the written communication. The history of written communication, the categories, the steps, the styles, advantage and disadvantage, and the conclusion in the last one. So first of all, we need to learn what is communication. What is written communication? What is communication? We have discussed so many times that communication is to exchange or to convey your ideas, your information, the knowledge, the news, the opinions, and each and everything that we want to share with the other person through different medium. And the medium might be the verbal and might be the non-verbal. Mostly we use a verbal medium, but unconsciously, non-verbal type is also promoting and assisting with the same time. Okay, ji, what is written communication? When we first of all having the expressions of written communication, we need uh, we indirectly we indirectly relates with the pen, with the paper, with some sort of the classroom, with the teacher, with the books and the class board, a whiteboard. There's so many items that comes in our mind when we say the written communication. Because at home, mostly there's no need of to talk or to write to convey your thought through written medium. So, what is written? Here's an example in front of you. There's a definition that does using script and follows certain rules of grammar and syntax. We tend to say that it is written communication. Yes. If you recall the tools of communication, the script is the second important tool of communication, in which we say the script means that any written documentation that you have in your hand in form of the printed or in form of the handwritten. So you may say that this is a script. And the script means that you must follow some certain grammatical rules. Each language had different rules and we have to follow in which we are talking. And syntax means the sentence. Linguistically we say that the syntax is the correction, the structure, and the coherence of the vocabulary, the parts of speech with each other, the connection of the ideas with each other. You may say that, in other words, while talking about literature, we say the sentence that is giving the complete sense to you, and syntax mean that is giving you a complete sense through language. So here it is written the syntax. So as we are talking about the language, so here we have to use syntax instead of the sentence. Okay, next one. In front of you, the history is just additional for you, just for your knowledge and awareness, that it has been started from 5,000 years ago. And how it was started from the clay tablets. You may see in the first picture that there is the clay tablet. It seems like bricks like, or you may see those different symbols over there, but we don't know about what these symbols are saying. As you know that from Iron Age we are having the sign language. We don't know that we don't much have the different vocabulary, the languages. But with the passage of time, nowadays we are having more than 70,000 languages all over the world. And if you see the Pakistan as well, you may also see that there are the different regional languages. The international language is the same, but also the usage of the language, English, Urdu, Arabic, is different from person to person, from region to region. And as we are talking about regional language, we have having so many different languages. Later on, the Egyptians work on this one, and next one, the China worked. They made the paper. How they made the paper? By using the silk threads. And in the first picture, you may see that the different script, the different letters in front of you, but we cannot analyze this language because this is in Chinese. Okay, later on, again, the China work in this field also. They produce a variety of different materials, and later on they produce a printing press. There's a second picture is showing you the printing press, that is machine that were invented by China to photocopy the paper or some sort of to produce the paper. So later on, again they worked in on the wooden blocks for the pictures and text. So I just want to say that there are different variations and modifications were made in the field of written communication to make it more effective. Later on in 1238, the European paper mills went into the production in Spain. Later on, we see that after China, the Spain also worked here. And in 1440, the most important year when the Europe developed the first movable printing press. Movable printing press means that in the previous one you may see that this machine and in the next one there is a major difference that this is the most vast, large, and it seems that it works more efficiently rather than the previous one. In 1500, printing press set up all the Europe, and later, after the development of printing press, the documentation, the books, the publications, the newspapers, the journals, and each printed material were developed after the invention of this printing press. Next, from 1798, the lithographic printing revolution were invented by Germany, and they use a new technique, the oil versus water. Now, in the century where we are living, this is the electronic written communication. And nowadays, we don't actually know the history of the written communication, but we also, there is a large variety of paper, pen, the production, and you may say that the variety of books present in the libraries. On the other hand, we have in the form of PDF, we have in the form of online apps, the websites, and so there's a category in front of you that nowadays we are having each and everything on one click. So with the internet and other technology, written communication can be distributed literally around the world in seconds. Yes, we are experiencing this one nowadays. Okay, the next point is categories of written communication. Categories mean the major 5 categories that we find in market, that we find in the educational system, that we follow in the professional area, that the documentation, books, research, meeting, and print media. And this is a variety of the different categories, but we don't know. Documentation, yes, you may say from the student or any the common person uses. Books are read by so many crowd, but books are being written from few persons. I mean, the authors and the writers must have the different skills. They will be professional. They are the professional person that develop in this field. Different categories for you. Research is a high category. It means that talking about the higher studies from for talking about MS programs and PhD programs, one must have to work on this one. Meetings are talking about the job professional point of view, and print media is performing a great performance, or you may say that they are doing the great impact, having the great impact nowadays, in the forms of news channels, in the form of newspapers, in the form of magazines and journals. Yes, we are so much aware of this one, print media. Okay, the next one, steps that what we have to follow and how we have to write anything in the creative writing. First of all, introduction with the relevant background. If you don't know the relevant background, yes, we can now get easily from internet technology. Mean, if you want to introduce something, you must give some previous knowledge, or you must connect with the ideas by giving the previous research or previous some sort of the background of that title. Development of subject mean explanation in which you may include types, you may include advantage, disadvantage, anything that you want to add over here. Conclusion and recommendation. Recommendation is a future proposal plan that you are going to uh, that you are going to present in the next researcher. You are telling the opinions, you are telling the suggestions for the next researcher that they must have to keep in mind that before taking the research in the specific field. Okay, most important point, cohesion and coherence. And these are the two major tools or principles that are being followed in written communication. First one is a cohesion, is a sequential development of the topic of the subject, or talking about the question that is given to you. Here we have to focus that the answer, the relevant content, or anything that you are going to write down, it must be connected with the title, with the question, or anything that is given to you. Mean your all material must be connected with the title. And coherence means that all the answer, all the content, all the material that are being explained in the answer must having the connection of ideas, connection of sequence from sentence to sentence, from paragraph to paragraph, from starting to end. It must be related. Uh, it must be having the sequence of order. So these two terms must be focused from examination point of view also, and from to if you want to improve your writing skills. So you must work on the cohesion or coherence. Okay, now we are going going towards the ends of the slide. That there are three types of writing styles: colloquial, casual, and formal. Yes, we are aware from casual and we are aware from formal, but the colloquial means that the slangs, the colorful expressions mean like use of the, and now we are using the technology. There is the emojis, and we are using so much different stickers over there. So we can say the colorful expressions, the slangs, and regional phrases mean, we may say that this is a most relaxing style that we use with our most attached persons, we use with the close friends, and we use with those to whom we are so much close, and we know that the second person uh, digests this one. Casual mean talking about the conversation, or talking about the familiar uh, phrases or conversation with the friends or family, in which we have some sort of the specific limitation. Mean, yes, we know that there is no observation and there's no stress on us, but still we have some sort of the limitation. We could not be so much relaxed. We could not use slangs while talking to the family all the time, or to the specific person. So here, the interaction itself and less about the hierarchy, power, control, and social rank of the individual communicating. Casual style mean that we know that no one is observing or focusing or analyzing our written style. Colloquial mean in which we have the use the slangs. The slangs mean also the regional phrases, and the mean we are so much relaxed. And third one, formal, is also called the professional language also, in which we know the rules, the protocol, appearance, vocabulary, grammatical arrangements, and so many other structure and composition must be accurate, and we know that it must be focused, it must be analyzed, and it must be scored. So therefore formal style is the style that we have to learn. As we discussed in the oral communication, that the formal, also we discussed the formal communication there, that we have to work on this one, same as we have in the written communication. So written communication, the formal style is also known as a professional style, and previous one is known as a personal style. So advantage is in front of you that we are going to discuss. Okay, Ji. Yes, there are so many advantages. It can be used repeatedly, so many times as we use or write our notes, or if you uh, having the habit of daily diary writing, or if you are having the habit of writing. So it can be used repeatedly, and it is more good if you write on the books, or if you use sticky notes, or if you are having the specific notepads. So therefore, the number of times and number of readers is not binding. As so far concerned, you may say the books, you may say the notes, you may say the published material that is available now on in the market, and as well as on the online form. Permanent record, it can be stored for ages, useful for the future references, and in the earlier time, the libraries were having the much importance rather than having the any other institution in the market. And therefore they were having the great scholars and philosophers and so many other the writers. But nowadays, yes, there are the libraries, but as far as we rely on the technology, and we feel easy to read in the PDF form. Legal documentation, yes, we know the awareness, the importance, and the value of the legal validity of any document on which you receive or on which you sign. Useful in case of organizational matter, again talking about any institutional matter, any business, from business point of view, from the job point of view, from educational point of view, in all the fields outside the home we need and we use written documentation. Wide accessibility, more use of written communication, increase one's language ability and best use. Yes, these are the simple advantages that we know. But are the drawbacks then? Drawbacks then mean time consuming, how it works. Yes, if we want to write something new, or if you have learned something and you want to note down that one to revise the material, you need paper, pen, you need time, and you need time to work on the accuracy of the material of the answer. Then you later on check your work, and if there is a mistake, you will again take the paper pen and you have to write down again. Okay, now this is a medium. We use a laptop or the soft compose form. So here we may say that for the compose form, if there is a problem in the typing mistake, or in the in the printer, from the printer, we have to again take the paper pen, and there are so many other problems that we face. No immediate feedback is possible. Yes, we accept and we know that for written communication, we must take some time to think, to answer, and then we accept the answer as we get. Written message cannot represent the seriousness of message. Here they are talking about the tone, the intonation, the pitch of the sound, and the expressions cannot assist the message. Therefore, we don't know that is the message is as so far serious or not, because we take it upon the mood of ourselves. As we are thinking, as we are having the mood, we take the message in that mood. In country like Pakistan, oral communication is more effective than written. Here they are talking about that the oral communication, but this is a drawback. Here they are talking about from academically, from the school to college, college to university, mean taking the different degrees in your life. But later on, what happened that when you entering the job and when you start a business, your communication skills, specifically your speaking skills, must be polished. But it happens that from as you're having government school system as compared to private, there are much number of students, a large number of students get education from government, and due to their large strength, they are not able, the teachers are not able to work on each and every student. And this is what happened, that their written skills may be improved, but their oral skills, they were not improved later than they enter in the practical life. And now I'm going to conclude this one, that when you write will ultimately define your professional to your colleagues and superiors. I mean, you must work your on the written script, on the written skills. Reason is that it may differentiate you among your colleagues or your employees or your other co-workers. Eliminating excessive or unnecessary communication will improve your workflow. Yes, that is very much important, that while talking or while receiving the oral material, we receive so much vocabulary, but when we write down on the book or when we write down the notes, we actually eliminate, we actually write down the most important information or message on the from the given lecture or from the given uh, knowledge. Mastering these skills will improve your ability and enhance your career. So, the dear students, please work on the writing skills from today, and also try to uh, work on the from online websites and download some offline apps on your cell phones, and then work on it to improve your writing skills. As this is a medium English we use nowadays in all the subjects, so you must be work on this one. There's so many apps you may download, and you may give the test there, and you will get the answer immediately. And later on, I also want to say that you have to uh, read so much uh, books, literature, download some different apps on your cell phones, and start making the reading habit from today. If your reading skills are good, then your writing skills will be good. If you think that by doing the writing skills on the for the short time period, your writing skills will be improved, no, it could not be. Okay, ji, thank you from my side. Stay blessed at home. And okay, ji, Allah Hafiz.